Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome back to Cities in Motion 2. Where do we begin with this episode? Well, I don't really know, to be honest. I should have planned this out before. I've had to close the tram lines and reopen them again a couple of times. I've also had to do some jigging around with regards to vehicles because we had a queue. I think I had this in the last episode, I can't remember now, but it was a queue to about up here of trams waiting to enter this depot. So we sold a lot of vehicles, and then we ended up with a vehicle shortage, so we had to buy a load of vehicles again. We also had to buy more vehicles for this depot here and this depot here. I've also changed the timetable of the alizarin line so that trams only go every hour now. But now I've done that, I'm probably going to regret it and end up changing it back, because I do actually think we need more frequent trams running. I think now's probably a better time than any to do it, because as you can see, all three lines are very, very popular in the hub at the moment. So let's change that back to how it was, shall we? There we go. I think these ones I kept the same, so that's okay. If you look here, just a number of people that are moving around still. How's the metro doing? I think the metro's really calmed down a bit in terms of how many passengers are being transported, but like I said before, we got expansion plans for this metro, and there'll be a lot more trains running through this section. So at the moment, I mean, the metro runs very smoothly. It sort of gets forgotten about in a lot of these episodes, whereas, you know, in the coming episodes we're going to try and get it working again. Well, not working, because it works. You know what I mean? We're going to try and, you know, beef up the network for the metro. Try and get it to more parts of the city. Try and get more people riding on it. And overall, try and earn a bigger profit. Because we're making a massive profit at the moment. Mainly due to the monorail and the metro. But also the tram. 85,000 there. It drops to 64,000 in total. But even with that big gulf, that is still a lot of money from one form of transport. There isn't really that much of a mass transit. It's not the same as a monorail train or a metro train that move around the city really quickly, bypass roads completely, and transport a lot of people in one go. So that's really, really encouraging to see. What I wanted to focus on in this episode, though, was the new trolley line that I want to try and build that ends up linking this part of the city. And you remember we were building these roads. I've built a couple more since. Not a great deal though, because the money was tight again, but I let the game run on again like I normally do, and I got some money in. I had to spend a bit of money, unfortunately, on the new vehicles that I was just talking about, which is a bit annoying, but you know, worse things have happened. What we've got now though is hopefully enough funds to be able to build a grid network of roads that will run up and down this part of the city like this. And then we could draw that one straight across, I believe. We get a bit of a cliff edge there, but that's fine. And then we'll build one more, like, made that completely wrong, like that. There we go. So there's the grid pattern that we want to build, and then we'll sort of put that like that as well. Now what we want is a bus, what's the word, like a bus terminal kind of thing. And it's probably going to be made up of, that's not gone well, hang on, I'm going to replace that, because I think I can do a lot better than that. So I'm going to completely put that in flat, like that. There you go, that's nicely up against the ground now. And these houses are still joined to it, that's fantastic. So yes, I want to build a bus terminal because we're going to have a bus service that runs from the hub, which is over here, an express bus that takes people into this part of the city. And then from here, this is going to be a satellite hub. I'm pointing at this area, but I don't think it will be here. There'll be a satellite hub that then delivers passengers all the way around this big area. Although I haven't said that, out of all the places, that's probably the most feasible one. What's the land like? It's not very flat, actually. It's flatter over this side, so I might build it over here. And we got this sort of curved area in which we can do it. It's all going to be one-way roads. Do we want it off the main road or do we want it off the avenue? I'm quite happy doing it off the avenue, really. Like, have it come, buses come from here straight down into this bit like this. Let's just put that in and call that built. And then, how am I going to do this? Actually, let me try that again. Let me try that again, because I want to build it like that. And then I want to build one going straight up like that, and then I want that to come across like this, and then come down to there like that, and then run across like that. And another one to run across like that. If I was smart, I probably could have fitted one more in, but I guess I'm not that smart. How else can I... I'm going to think about this, actually, because I think I can do better than this. I could build this across like this. Yeah, I've kind of got an idea. I could build that like that, and then that like that, and then have this go across like that, and then have this come out like that. Okay. Now I can have stops like this. I've built this the wrong way, haven't I? Yes, I have. Although actually, which way around do I want these to go? Do you know what? I really... I'm going to rebuild this section first. Like that. And then I'm going to build these bits. Like... Oh. Does it say I don't have enough space? How the heck does that work? Okay. Odd. Like that. And then that one like that. And then that one like that. Okay. And then put these stops in. And then have a big stop go like that. Then have average, I say average, you know, the medium-sized ones going across like these, like that. That's a bit slanty, that one, but never mind. And then over here have a bus depot like that. There's a bridge there as well, I've just noticed that. It's not very good. Should have spotted that a little bit sooner. Oh well. Okay. Now I'm going to demolish that road there. And do I need to demolish another one? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. This is going to be our bus tunnel, and it's going to run all the way under here, and it's going to surface again somewhere in this part of the city. This looks like a good spot. Or I could come a bit further over. So actually this is probably a good spot, because I can have it run under the river then, and then curve around, and then surface again up there. And that gives me a pretty decent idea as to what I can do. Okay, let's try this. So we'll delete that bit there. We'll get rid of that as well. We want a bus tunnel like this, and it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to keep going up in a straight line to here, and now it's going to curve. Let's put it a bit straighter. Now it's going to curve around as far as there, and then as the money comes in, we'll extend this further. So yeah, I have a pretty decent plan as to how I want this to go. There's a bit of a slope there actually. Never mind. Let's speed up some time. Get this going a little bit quicker. Get some more money coming in. So, why am I doing this? Some of you are probably asking. The main reason I'm doing this is I feel like the bus lines I've built so far in this city, they're not underutilized or anything. I just don't think they're that particularly good, and it was because at the very start of the city we had the tram lines built in, and then it was a case of trying to build bus lines to A, raise funds, and also B, try and connect some other little parts of the city that hadn't been connected before. I think 2 of those bus lines are going to be gotten rid of and either replaced or just gotten rid of completely and forgotten about. So that's the first plan, but I do like bus lines, and I think express bus lines especially are a pretty decent idea. So to have satellite bus stations around the city for areas where either a metro is a bit too costly and won't get used enough, or just so I don't have to build these expensive metros absolutely everywhere. We can focus them on key points and then have buses bring people to those points. That sounds like a good idea to me. So that new bus hub is going to be the first of probably 3 or 4 that will be built around these outer suburbs. We'll see how that goes. There might end up being more. So yeah, that's basically the plan. Just build these little satellite bus hubs, connect them up, have connections to the main hub, which will be done as time goes by. This money isn't coming in as fast as I'd want it to, really. It's really going very slowly. This road, however, is on good track to swing round and come out where it should be. This is a very good way to connect parts of the city up. I like this idea, actually, having these tunnels, especially because it's very close to the hub. And you'll see in a second an idea that I had, which I think will be quite successful. If it runs properly, that is. We'll have to see about that. Depends how I do it. But yeah, it should work. And we'll get rid of those 2 bus lines, like I said, but we won't worry about that just yet. Right, we have a little bit more money. Probably enough to build this out a little bit more. Where do we want it to go? To here somewhere. That costs a lot. £14,000. £14,000 to build a tunnel under this river. And it won't even let us do it there because you can't build it in the water. There we go. You can do it here. That's 11,000. So that extra little bit at the end there only costs 3,000. I think it's actually tunneling under the city that costs the most money. The rest of it seems to be relatively cheaper. That's extremely odd. Extremely odd indeed. Well, the money is rising. But what I'm going to do, we'll come back to this in the next episode, I think. Let me close this window quickly. We've reached 15 minutes, so that's pretty good. And then we'll come back next time, we'll finish it off. We'll plan out the new lines, and yeah, we'll just get everything finished there. So until then, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.